Any plans to play pro tournaments again? I think John Clements asked this. I think we might have already covered this, but it kind of goes more into kind of what you're doing on YouTube and then where you think it's going to go. Because it is, I mean, you should probably explain this a little bit more because the difference between doing stuff on YouTube and playing pro golf, especially if you want to be successful, there's a big difference there.
It's massive. I mean, I think I kind of alluded to it earlier. Like, I don't even practice the like I my golf clubs are still in my golf travel bag for the past like 2 weeks. Like, it hasn't even come out. And that's usually how it goes after these trips. I don't touch a club. I just leave it in there and I go on these trips. And it's just when you're a pro golfer, you absolutely cannot be doing that. Maybe you can take a few days off, a week off or something, but like you have to be grinding and there has to be like an itch to really do it
Mm.
because you're especially during the rough times because it's not always you're not always playing well, but like you miss a few cuts, you're trying to figure a game out. It's just like little things on the golf course will happen, and you end up missing it by one or some of that. It just gets kind of frustrating. But on top of that, the money side of things, it's just I mean everything matters, like
Yeah, huge.
obviously,
Yeah,
but like it's a 6 footer could cost you so much money depending on how much where you are on the leaderboard
yeah,
in terms of status. You're basically playing for your job the next year as well. Either you're moving up a tour, moving down a tour, or just losing your status. Like there's a lot of stuff. And I mean, yeah, do I want to play pro golf again? Honestly, I don't really have that itch anymore.
no,
I feel like I definitely had the itch in 2018 before, like when I was starting my YouTube channel. Like that was kind of the whole point of me starting YouTube is to try to find investors so that I can freaking scratch this itch that I could not get out of my head. Um, so I definitely know what that feels like, but now I just don't really have that as much anymore. And
yeah.
so I've thought about doing maybe DP World Tour Q School next year, or maybe Japan Tour Q School. Japan Tour is the one Q School that I am kind of kicking myself for never trying. I
Mm.
wish I had tried to do Japan Tour because it's kind of a decently well kept secret that the money's not as good as it has been last few years, but like it's pretty comparable-ish to like DP World Tour and obviously not as good competition. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get away from all the good golfers. If I can go play against, not as good golfers for a comparable amount of money, sign me up.
And yeah, again, this is why you came to YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that is kind of what you do in a weird kind of way. But no, it is right. Like I've got that like that itch you spoke about. I've got that back a little bit more this year
Yeah.
because I didn't play any kind of golf last year at all, and I have got it back. And it's even with that itch back, it is difficult because you're like, well, you're trying to make videos at the same time, and unless you spend all your time like filming your practice, you do feel like you're taking time off from your job.
Right.
So it is it's a strange situation to be in, but I'm looking forward to playing again and seeing how crap I am. Um, so I think that's it's a good answer to that. So if the itch comes back potentially, but at the moment, just not bothered.
Yeah, and I just feel like I got a good thing going here with the whole YouTube thing. And like you just said, if I was playing pro golf and had a season, I mean, I would not mind missing like 2 weeks of tournament golf to
Mm,
just go film my own stuff to have something to upload for the next whatever it is, month and a half, 2 months. I just feel like the logistics on trying to keep my channel going while also playing pro golf is like a nightmare.
yeah, but I remember back in the day, like when because I seem to remember like you were like really the only guy who started to upload like back in 2018,
Yeah, yeah.
the only person who started to upload videos whilst playing at a very good standard of golf.
Mm,
It wasn't a case of being you filming saying you're on a journey to get there. You were already there and then filming the videos to actually
right,
document that. I
right.
remember that really clearly. And then I remember
Yeah,
the
I
videos.
remember you commented on a few of my early videos. I was like, dang, that's kind of cool. Like this guy, I mean, I've known you for a while. Like you were the one of the OG YouTube golfers.
Mm,
So no, that was cool. I remember that.
Yeah, it's back in the day. God, look at us old timers with reminiscing. Um,
Also, the hard part about like doing the whole pro golf stuff and filming it. I mean, I think that maybe people that are watching don't really know about like video making, but like you kind of have to be telling a story and kind
mm,
of uh filling the audience in on things and what things mean and how much this week means to you or whatever. Like, I just didn't really like doing that. That's why I always like film stuff after the fact and explained after like what this win on PG China meant and what I need to do going forward. Like, otherwise, like I would have to just be like, I need a win because
mhm.
I'm my ranking on the money list is starting to slip. I am stressing out about trying to get back to the US. I am I missed my first cut or no, two cuts now, my first five events. Like I'm starting to not feel great. Like it's like in order to tell a story, you kind of have to have your thoughts out there. And I don't really like having to like count my chickens before they hatch kind of thing. Like
Mm,
let me, just kind of keep it in my head for a while. Like I know the scenario. Let's go do our thing and not say things out loud that, you know, might
yeah,
not be good.
no, I fully understand exactly where you're coming from. It is, oh God, it's tough. It's so tough to balance it, and especially if you're going to try and do something like that now, it's so much more difficult because there's so many more people kind of making videos within the golf space.
Yeah.
And like I said, it is figuring out like how you would get kind of that attention. And
Yeah.
if you were uploading videos every week and you were saying, yeah, missed the cut.
Yeah.
I've not eaten for 3 days.
Right.
It's just, I don't know how long you'd actually be able to keep people engaged. But I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe,
exactly. Exactly. I don't know if people even want to see that stuff. Like I'm not lying about the grind of pro golf. Like it is a grind that I don't know if people necessarily want to see the rawness of it.
I think people will say that they want to see it, but then in reality, might not actually
Yeah.
like the videos when they come out because like people like to see pro golfers suffer like maybe a couple of times a year. So US
Right.
Open, they
Right.
love it. Like the Open, if like a 50-mile-an-hour wind and rain sweeps in, or they're sat
No, I love it
comfortably at
too.
home,
I
that's
love it
great.
too.
That's
Yeah.
great.